Welcome and God bless you. I am so excited that you have joined us once again on this platform as we come together and share in God's Word. We are super excited to finally be able to see you face to face this upcoming Sunday on one of our 3 services. We are praying for you. We're hoping that you and your families are doing well and are staying safe. And we're super excited to see you. I wanted to share something with you guys today that is truly very important. See, I believe that every Christ follower's story begins with these 3 words. I was invited. Whether that was you being invited by a friend to some sort of service, whether that was you being invited to take part of Christ's life by a leader, you can trace back your walk to an invitation. For me, that was an invitation to a youth camp by my youth leaders. It was through that invitation that I began to get closer to the church. I started to realize what a relationship with God truly meant, and it changed my life. See, I believe that everyone deserves an invitation. If we are truly following the example of Christ, we can understand that everyone, absolutely everyone, deserves an invitation to Him. There's no one that's left out. There's no one that's not good enough. There's no one that's not right to be invited. Everyone deserves an invitation. See, the story that we're going to be looking at is in Mark 2, chapter 13 to 17, and I believe it echoes this thought very well. It says this, Mark chapter 2, verses 13 to 17. It says, once again, Jesus went beside the lake. A large crowd came to him, and he began to teach them. As he walked along, he saw Levi sitting at the tax collector's booth. Follow me, Jesus said to him, and Levi got up and followed him. While Jesus was having dinner at Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners were eating with him and his disciples, for there were many who followed him. Now, to you, this invitation might not seem like a big deal, but let me put it into perspective. Let me explain to you the situation. See, Rome has this military force that has just now ruled over this nation, and now tax collectors, right? Fellow people that were your brothers and your sisters, people that you thought were close, people that you would consider your own, have now aligned themselves with them to be these tax collectors, to go around collect money, to finance their military, right? To finance all of these things that they're doing, but they didn't just stop there. They would ask almost for double that, so that part of it can go to the government, to the Roman government, and the other half can go to their pockets, so that they can become wealthy, so that they can benefit, but they're benefiting from their own people. And so these tax collectors were seen as horrible people, worse than drunks and prostitutes. They were literally thought by people of that time as garbage, because they betrayed their own people. They're literally stealing from their own. They were thought as traitors and thieves. Jesus goes and meets Levi, this tax collector, and invites him. It says, follow me. Right? And it says that he's having dinner in Levi's house, and many tax collectors and sinners were eating there. And this is Jesus amongst these people, sharing with them. The story continues in verse 16. It says, when the teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, saw him eating with the sinners and tax collectors, they asked his disciples, why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners? The Pharisees, the religious people of the time, right, are watching Jesus eat with these people, and they're perplexed. They're like, whoa, why is he eating with those tax collectors and those sinners? It makes no sense. They're not worthy of that. To the Pharisees and the religious leaders, this was something that they wouldn't do. This was something that wouldn't even cross their minds, but to Jesus, Jesus is intentional with this. See, in verse 17, it says, on hearing this, Jesus said to them, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. See, everyone was shocked that Jesus would hang out with someone so despicable. But Jesus clears the air and he's like, whoa, I'm not here for the healthy. I'm not here for those that consider themselves righteous. I'm here for the sick. I'm here for the sinners. Right? There's a similar story that can be found in Luke 19, and it's about Zacharias, who's at the city, and Jesus goes and hangs out with this man, and people become mad and angry because they think Jesus doesn't know who Zacharias is. And in Luke chapter 19, verse 8, it says, and Zacharias stood up and said to the Lord, behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor, and if I have defrauded anyone of anything, I restored it fourfold. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to his house, since he also is a son of Abraham, for the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. For the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. In both instances, Jesus sees these two men as people worthy of an invitation. And these men are transformed by this love and this compassion that Jesus shows upon them. By a simple invitation, their lives are changed. By a simple invitation, your life and my life was changed. May we be like Christ and realize that everyone deserves an invitation. We are no one to decide who's good or who's bad, or who deserves an invitation or who doesn't. Everyone is invited to come to Jesus, because Jesus didn't come for the righteous. Jesus came for the sinners. Jesus didn't come for the healthy. Jesus came for the sick. Jesus came for the lost. So let's invite those around us, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like. Let's extend that invitation to them. Right now, I invite you to worship alongside us.